What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 11 of the GrowthArtic podcast. Today, all about thinking in funnels.
Nice.
What's up, Hendrik? Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Why should we think in funnels, man?
Yeah, good question. I would say, so my story is there is a problem and there's a question, and the question is, why are we in social networks? So why are the people in social networks? And the answer is they are hanging around, they are stalking, they are there for getting information.
They want to connect with friends, family,
chat.
Right?
To summarize it, maybe it's like it's entertainment, yeah. And if we say it's entertainment, I think then it's really clear why they are not in social networks like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or what, and that is to buy something, right? So that's my message always, where I say, okay, they are not in social networks to buy something. If you want to buy something, you go to Google or you go to your favorite online shop or to Amazon. There you have a buying decision in your mind or something. But if you're hanging around on the social networks, it's entertainment.
Yeah, just for me, it only works for the low price impulse buy products like the EcoCut. There it worked great, but otherwise.
I bought, I think two or 3 weeks ago, I bought a base cap from a triathlon brand, a really new triathlon brand, and this base cap was so nice with some palm trees on it. So I saw it on Instagram, and I would say that was my first social network.
What was the pricing?
Wow, good question. I would say 30 to 40 euros.
Yeah.
So
still
cap,
kind of in the impulse range.
And that was a really impulse. It was okay. It was Instagram.
Did you buy it?
I bought it. Yeah.
You bought it.
And I love it.
How was the shopping experience? Did you go from Instagram to a shop?
Yeah, to a shop.
Did you recognize what kind of shop it was?
No idea.
Okay.
I think it was
But it was a website.
So the brand is Ryzen.
Yeah.
So RYZON. I had never heard before of this brand, but I think they targeted me because of my triathlon things I'm doing there on Instagram. And I would say it was a perfect targeting because I bought it and I love it. And that's it.
So social media is perfect, like for getting the broad reach, for awareness. The first stage of a funnel that we call awareness. Like I spend 80% of my money on Facebook and Instagram because search has become very expensive and it's so easy to reach the people on Instagram and very easily targetable. But it's only the first stage, As you said, they don't want to get sold, they don't want to buy there directly, but you can get them. You can, for example, show them a video that gives them the mood that is surrounding your product. With the base cap, for example.
So it was a product picture, right?
Yeah.
There was not something we would train the people to do something emotional or what. But the product was so nice that I was convinced from the first view on.
But you could show them like a video of a triathlete running around with a base cap. Depending on the gender, you could have a guy running around and a girl running around and doing the targeting that way.
So. But then, so for me, for the awareness stage, we both are doing a lot of corporate workshops and so on. And I would say the biggest challenge for ourselves, so for our own marketing and more or less for the corporate marketing departments as well, is where I always think in a kind of a helper could be, you have to build content that can compete with cat content. Right.
You always compete with cats.
With cat content. So you have the best product in the world, you have the best offer in the world, and you push it out on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or whatever, and maybe you get 15 likes, maybe you get 100 likes or so, and then close to this ad is a cat content video.
You have no chance.
And you have no chance. Isn't this stupid? And that's the reason why I say social networks are for entertaining, and the challenge for marketers like we are is for the awareness stage, you have to build a piece of content which can compete with cat content.
Yes.
So you think in your funnel even more not selling your product, even more what could be interesting enough to be able to compete with canned content that the people just click, just have a look at our
interact
video.
First.
Interact.
Yeah.
Give me an interaction so that I can, then we come to the story, that I can retarget you. But so this is so important.
One thing I love to do is, one post format I always try is, for example, for the triathlete, like how do you look like at mile 20 on your triathlon in one GIF? Yeah, and then people will just super spam GIFs in the comments here, and you just get them. You have this first level of interaction. You know they are interested in triathlon, or another thing is like tag a friend who's crazy about triathlon with you. Yeah, or stuff that starts a conversation, like questions.
Questions like, so there are so many questions because the triathlete people are so crazy. You can talk with them. Okay, what do you eat? What is your hack to think, or what is your reminder to drink regularly on the bike and something? There are so many specialties. You can just ask the questions in your ads just to get the conversation rolling.
But that's what you said, getting the conversation rolling, not just buy my shit, but starting the conversation. That is the main thing you should learn when you do social ads. That's something we talked about in episode 10. If you're interested there, we talked about the Facebook ads, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Yeah, if you want to dig into that phase more. But let's say you get 100,000 people to watch your triathlon video. Yeah, so what would you do next? You're like one of 10,000 people who just saw it and bought it, but 9,999 didn't yet. So what do you do about them?
So I would just add one more here. So if you have this piece of content, you have to find the right target audience as well. So I think what we both do is we are playing with lookalike audiences to say, okay, we have a kind of audience already, and just take this lookalike feature of Facebook to find people which are typical or similar to exactly this target group. So that's what I do for getting the right audience to my awareness content, right?
I like to stay pretty broad. Just lookalikes, or layer them with interest. Let's say they are the lookalikes of my website visitors, or the people who have been Facebook page engaged, plus they are interested in triathlon. But keep it very broad in the hundreds of thousands of people. Definitely. Otherwise it gets too expensive.
Now that's important as well. So if we come to the end of the funnel, it must be clear, if you want to make 100 sales in the end, the funnel must be really big, right? Because there are that's what I see a mistake of most of the campaigns, that the awareness stage, the funnel is not big enough. We are talking about maybe 10,000 people, and if you have conversion rates, then there maybe are 2 people left. So for 2 people, there's no sales to make, right?
So that at the end of the awareness, you got the 100,000 people you targeted. Is the question, what qualifies them to deserve to go in the next step of the funnel? And to me, it's always a major interaction, like having commented, having watched the videos for longer than 25%.
That's interesting, 25%? So always a question in my mind of 25%, 50%, 3 seconds. So
depends on the length of the video, for example.
You said 25%?
Let's start with the average 2-minute video on Facebook. Or let's do the Instagram, so we have 60 seconds video. Now 25% of that, so 15 seconds. This is already pretty much. I think so. Like I have a tendency to even take the 3 seconds and the 10 seconds into the next stage, because I like to tell them a story of several videos. So I'm not so picky about that. But another conversion event could be a click on a link. Very much so. They went to your website but did not buy. They want to check you out. And that gets them into what we call the consideration stage.
Right.
So coming from I didn't know I have a problem. Yeah, I didn't know I need a fancy hat for my triathlon to, dude, there are fancy hats for triathlons. I wonder what kind of hats are available, right? So how would you go after those guys?
Or just to add another one is there was a brand, this triathlon brand I never heard before, just to see, oh, there is something, oh, they have beautiful styles with palm trees and so on. Show me more. Maybe there's more than just the cap. Like t-shirts or whatever it is. So that's something. And then you come from the awareness stage, all the people who are engaged with your video, you target them. I do it with a custom audience, right? With a custom audience, exactly these people with the next piece of content. It could be, if we talk about the base cap, if they know that I was interested in the base cap, they would one option to give more content about these base caps. Maybe it's not just red, maybe there's a blue one, maybe there's a green one, or just maybe a testimonial of a favorite or a famous triathlon pro or something who's wearing this. Could be a good consideration content.
But where do you get them? Like, are they still on Facebook? Are they on your website? Are they in your email list? Let's talk about those levels. And I think we have to keep in mind we have the triathlon B2C product in mind, and we should also consider our usual B2B conversion.
Stuff,
So what could be interesting is like to have them on an article that shows them the world of solutions, not only your solution, but let's open up. I realize I have a problem, like now I want to go one step deeper into this topic. What types of which functions has the hat? Why should you even wear one? What are the problems? Should you wear one with a cap in front or in the back or on the sides with a drink holder?
He has never done a triathlon before.
Only with a beer on top.
That's a different sport.
In B2B, I would say it would be great if they sign up at this stage for the newsletter, for example, or if they download some kind of PDF poster or ebook.
So that's something I would do as well. So we are here in the social network, right?
For example.
I would keep them here in the social network as well, because I think, or I learned that just, for instance, Facebook loves to keep the people in their on their platform. So in the consideration stage, I would keep them there as well. And to give them more, to convince them that it could be the right brand, the right product, to maybe just answer some questions, some barriers and barriers and uncertainties, to make some FAQ or something. Could it hurt? Could it scratch my head while running or something? To give all the stuff here.
So, for example, you could show them an image of the product this time, not like a mood video, and below that a carousel of products in a category, where they could, if they wanted to, go to your shop. But,
would you show a price here or not? So in the awareness stage,
I would.
In the awareness stage already?
No, I would not here.
Okay, not in the awareness stage?
Only for cheap products.
But not in the consideration stage.
In the consideration stage, I would start that. I would start testing. Can I afford to show a price? Because there are only two outcomes. You show a price and you have less clicks on the product, but more serious people. It
really interested people, right?
Or you get more clicks with less interested people. And it doesn't matter which one is better. The return on investment makes the decision on what is the right way for your specific product.
So recommendation, test. If it's worth it,
good idea.
Test if it is worth it to show a price or not. In this consideration.
Testimonials could be great here, for example. They have been there. Now they need to show, oh, I'm really interested in your product. So signing up for your newsletter, showing, visiting the website, and going to a shop experience, like surfing the categories, reading some articles. That would be consideration to me. That would qualify them. They spend now significant amounts of time and raise their hands again. Dude, keep at it. I'm interested. but they are not yet in the stage that we would call conversion, where they are just like, is this the right product for me specifically? What is the feature set? And can I get a good deal on it? And how are the competitors doing compared to you? Yeah, that kind of information would overwhelm people in the awareness stage, clearly. Totally. And you can start with that kind of stuff in consideration, but you need to close on that in conversion. So the classic example of a conversion would be, dude went in, put stuff in the shopping cart, but left.
That's it. So I would say consideration. What is the goal of the consideration phase? To get them in the shop. For our example, to get them in the shopping. Or in the shopping experience.
Or get the contact information for the B2B product. Get in touch with me, give me the demo, blah, blah, blah.
Ebook, slides, whatever it is. And then the conversion stage, in my case, is always like retarget people from where I know they're really interested, maybe because they had the product in the shopping cart, or they had a question, or whatever it is, to just give them in a retargeting thing 2-3 days later. Here, think of it. What happened? Why didn't you buy? Maybe a small coupon code or something to help them to take the right decision.
So
that's it, right?
Where I also go here now is in more channels. As soon as they're on my website and they gave me the consent to retarget them, I go everywhere. I make it look like I'm simply everywhere because it's so cheap. 100,000 people here result maybe in 1,000 people here, 1%, and maybe in 10 people here, So now when I only target 10 or even 100 people, it's so cheap for me to make the impression that I'm everywhere. Like I now do AdWords display ads for the retargeting. I do the YouTube retargeting. I do LinkedIn ads because I can, at least in B2B, because I can afford it, because the price, they have already qualified themselves so much, that it's worth it. And then if you add Twitter, you're pretty much everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, AdWords display, and YouTube. And it looks like you're the marketing genius born. But it's very cheap. Like, you cannot spend more than €1 per day on each channel to target 100 people. Otherwise, they will see it too often. And that makes it awesome. So now they went through the whole experience.
Yes.
So why did we go through this whole experience? Like, to me, it's always the question is, how much can I afford to buy a customer, the cost per acquisition?
What does it cost? CPO or
exactly
what it is?
And with a funnel, we believe that it's cheaper than just going outright on sales from day one. The person who can think in a longer funnel, usually outperforms the people with the shorter funnels. There is an optimum stage. You can drag it on too long, of course. But having a low cost per acquisition is the main target here. And to increase customer lifetime value down here, because after the first purchase, the funnel does not end. Right? Now it's about
and for me, there's one more. So the people are they are working in a company and they say, okay, we have to test out maybe Facebook marketing, and they get maybe €500 to test, and then they make a beautiful piece of content, and then they throw it into the social network. This is €500 as ads, and then after 2 weeks, the €500 are gone. And they made no sale or one sale, but with a really bad customer acquisition cost. And then they say, okay, no, Facebook marketing isn't good for us. So that's something I'm facing a lot of times in the last 2 years. And so for this kind of people or teams are thinking like this is the answer. And the problem is, don't take your content and just put it out. You have to think in funnels. So at least you have to have 3 pieces of content. And the challenge always is for the awareness stage that it is big enough and that you have a piece of content what can compete with all other content you see on Facebook. The best content to get the awareness, because there are so many stuff around, really interesting stuff from my friends, or events, or ads, and political stuff, and all things we don't want to see there, but they are there. And most of them are much more interesting just seeing your product, and that's the challenge here. And so don't stop with just taking 500 euros and make one ad. That's not the right solution. You have to think in 3 content stages for funneling, and that's it. That's the reason.
Okay, I have brought some books that I would recommend. The first one you should read, this is from the same guy, those 2 books, Expert Secrets and Dotcom Secrets. He wrote this one later, but read this one first. He meant it to be read first. This is much more about the positioning and building a tribe and having a strong story that is worth telling, that will give you ideas for the content that is worth being shared. If you just have a generic piece of shit FBA from China product, it's really hard to make that amazing on Facebook. But this book will get you into the art of positioning yourself and building a tribe and bringing on the controversy. And this one is more, the Dotcom Secrets is more about the science of building the funnel. And this book is now pretty old, but it's still so accurate. Some of the tools maybe have changed, but this guy is the only guy I know who has managed to have a webinar, a B2B webinar. His product starts at 400 euros per month. With 10,000 attendees, not registered users, attendees. The only guy I trust to do viral B2B ever. So it's really worth checking him out. He also has a nice podcast. Do you have maybe another recommendation?
I'm thinking of, for thinking in funnels, so I just follow, like always, Neil Patel. So his blog is CrazyEgg.com. There you will find some really basic descriptions of this awareness, consideration, and conversion stages. Something we didn't talk about today is email marketing funnels. So we just focused on the social networks.
But here for B2B is where it starts with the email funnel.
To get the email address in and then to start an email funnel. Maybe if you're interested to hear more about email marketing funnels, then just write us something, give us a note, give us a sign, write a comment to let us know. Then we will make one episode for email marketing funnels, right?
That would be interesting to hear. But let us know what you like and join us on our other channels. If you check out GrowthArtic.com, the website that accompanies this wonderful little podcast and YouTube channel, you can see the resources we mentioned. You can download the episodes and subscribe and like us everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you love to share this message.
And we learned that we have to ask for reviews.
We would love to have more reviews and feedbacks from you guys so we can keep this going.
That would be nice, on iTunes or on your favorite channel. That would be great. Okay, great.
That's it for today.
Thank you very much.
See you in episode 12.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.